Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be reviewing the Beauty Bay Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette. Now this is the first and only palette I have from Beauty Bay. Make Me Up Missa convinced me to buy this. This has gotten like some really good reviews. I've really liked the looks. So we're gonna, if you want to see how I got this look, it's my first time using the palette. I will swatch a few of the shades. I'm not going to swatch the whole palette. And I'll kind of go into that a little bit, but if you want to see how I got this eye look and what my final thoughts are on this palette, then just keep on watching. Make sure you are subscribed. I do have my first giveaway up for May on my channel, so you'll want to be subscribed so you can enter that. There will be a second giveaway coming next week again, so you want to be subscribed. So yeah, and again, you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. We're going to do a few swatches. I'm not going to swatch the whole palette, and I obviously did the look before I swatched anything, which normally I'll like film in consecutive order, but this palette like didn't really swatch great, so I wasn't like in a huge hurry to swatch it. So I think I'm just gonna do some of the shades that I used and a couple more of the shimmers just so I can see what they look like, but I'm not going to swatch the whole palette. There are videos where people swatch the whole palette, so if I can remember, I will link one down below. So we're going to go in with, we'll do Mafia, which is on the cool side. I did use this black, and then Moto, which is this kind of plummy color. Forgive me, I did not take my watch off, and these are pressed pigments. So, and I don't know if all of the mattes are pressed pigments, but I know some of them are, so that could lead to why like the mattes don't swatch very well. So going in on the warm side, I used Morning Glory, which is this really pretty like hot pink, and Milkshake, and then we'll go into the shimmers. Those don't look horrible. Obviously you can see where my watch band was, but, and then on my lid I have Muffin, and these are very creamy. And then Michelle, which is this pretty like pink. So that is what is on my lid. Yeah, the metallics and the shimmers swatched really well in the videos that I watched. And then I'm gonna go on the cool side. I want to see Marine, Minty, and then Mega. So let's do those three. And then we'll get, Marine is very chunky. Minty seems much smoother. Muffin's creamy. Marine's very chunky. This one's very smooth, Minty. So there's the two, and you can see the texture difference. So there's Marine. Minty. Marine, I think, has a little bit of a blue shift. Minty obviously has a little bit of a green, and then Muffin has a pink undertone, so that's why there's three different like shimmery whites. And then let's do Mega, because this looks really pretty. It's like a metallic purple with like flecks of pink. I'll have to use that in a look. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. So there's just a few of the shades. Again, like I said, I'm not going to swatch the whole palette. It's kind of big. I feel like the videos I saw, the mattes did not swatch good, so I don't want to deter anybody from getting it based on that, because it performed really well and I didn't have an issue with it. So yeah, if you want to see like how I got this look, like I said, I used all of those shades on my eyes today. So if you want to see how I got this look, we're gonna jump into the tutorial, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the very end. So we're here. I need to recurl this lash a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do falsies today, but I put mascara on, so I'm going to let it dry and then I'll curl them again. But we're going to start with this eye. I primed with my MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and we are just going to jump in to the Mitchell palette. I took the mirror out, set it off to the side. I have my little color switch. So we are going to jump into the look. So the first color I'm actually going to take is going to be from the cool side. So we're going to take Moto. It's kind of, I don't know, plummy shade. And this is going to go in the outer corner. Stamp it on because my eyes are hooded, and then I bring it up because I want it to come above my crease. So I'm like looking to see if bringing it up that far, which it is, and then I know that that is a good kind of spot, and then I'm just stamping it. This is labeled as a pressed pigment palette, so some of these shades, I don't know if they're all pressed pigments or if some of them are eyeshadows. The shimmers are probably eyeshadows, but I don't know if all the mattes are pressed pigments or not. So I kind of stamped it down, and then we'll go back and blend it out. All the looks that I saw with this palette looked really pretty. I would say it didn't swatch the best. I haven't actually filmed the swatching portion yet. Usually I do that first, but I don't think I'm going to swatch the whole palette. I'm still debating. So when we get to the swatching portion, figure out what decision I made. But yeah, usually I film that part before I do this just so I can get a feel for the shadows, but it did not swatch the best, so I haven't swatched it yet. I just kind of went in. Okay, so I just blended that out a little bit just to make life easier. I color switch it, and then I'm going to go in with a kind of slightly like skinny fluffy brush, if that makes sense. And then we're going to go in on the warm side with Morning Glory, which is the hot pink. Pretty much putting that on that kind of plum shade, because I want this to look more pink. I don't necessarily want this to be a purple look, but I wanted the depth from that shade. So I'm just blending out the edge with Morning Glory, and then we're gonna go in with the lighter, the bubblegummy shade here in a second. Color switch that, and then we're gonna go Milkshake. It's right next to it. It's like the bubble gum, and I just color switch in right above where that hot pink is, just to blend it out. And because this is a pastel shade, it is going to diffuse that pink a little bit, so I will go back in and intensify it. So then go back into Morning Glory below, kind of bring it back. Pastel shades are good to blend out, but they will lighten things up just a little bit. And then I always make sure, because I've said this before, whenever I do one eye first, they never end up looking quite the same, and then I got to go back and like match it, but that's all right. So I'm going to go back in with that original shade, just a tiny bit more of that, was it Moto, the plummy color? Just a smidge. I didn't dip in anymore. I'm just kind of blending this out. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with kind of a small blending brush, and we're going to take the black from the palette, which is called Mafia, just a little bit. It's a pretty good black, I think. And I'm just stamping this on the outer corner and kind of up above the crease, just a hair, just because I want the depth. I'm going to drag this out, and then I'll take Moto in above it to blend that out. Yeah, I just want the depth from the black. And as you can see, I think I put more on this side, which again, always tends, I go in a little bit more careful, I think, off camera, just because I'm testing the waters. And so then when I go into film, I'm just like, so I'm going into Moto just to blend that out, and then I'm going to take some of that above where the black is. just to kind of help blend that out. And then we'll go in with a little bit more of the pink. And then I'm gonna have to go in and deepen up the other side just a touch, because that side's definitely darker than what I just did. But again, that's good. So I'm gonna take some more of the black and we'll go in on this side. Yeah, I think, like I said, I always do this when I'm filming. Especially with a brand new palette, because I'm not always sure how, even if I go in and swatch it, I'm still never like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna play, how this is gonna look. Just trying to match them now. It does make it a little bit easier to do both eyes on camera, but it takes longer, and then I hate editing out a bunch, because then it's not like showing how it actually blends if I edit too much. So, and then this side I brought down more, because you can see it's, and my eyes are not completely like symmetrical either, so I think that's closer. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. I had to fiddle with it a little bit. So we're gonna do the brow bone really quick. I'm gonna take some, this is Comet Catcher from Kaleidos. It's their pink one. Take some of this. I took this pretty far up into the brow, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of Muffin, which is the white, and I'll show it better because I have it on my lid too. Just want to kind of blend out the brow bone. Okay, so I kept the lid pretty bare, so I ended up not going in with concealer this time like I normally do, just to try it. So, but I am going to take some of the NYX glitter primer. I don't think these shadows necessarily need it, but I'm used to using a tacky base when I put concealer down, so this just mimics the tack without completely blanking out my lid. I wanted to kind of see how opaque these shimmers were, so we're going to be using Muffin, which is what I put under my brow bone. So I'm just going to go in with a flat brush, and these are pretty creamy. They're a little bit chunky, if you can see that, so there is going to be some falling off. I just dusted it away. I didn't have any problems with it sticking to my base. So if the fallout, and like you can see now it's in the palette, if you're worried, definitely do your eyes first. Like I said, I just went in and brushed it away, and then I'm going to take this down into the inner corner a little bit too. Pick up. Yeah, those glitter shades are going to be real messy. There's like chunks all over. It's very crumbly formula, but they're pretty because there's like 3 different ones. There's the Muffin, which has a pink shift, and then on the cool side, Marine, I think, has a blue, and Minty has a green shift. So those are neat, but they are crumbly and kind of all over. Okay, so there's no color underneath. I just wanted to kind of see how opaque they were going to be. And then I went in with Michelle, which is this pink kind of metallic, and the metallics are very soft and like squishy. Like if I push my finger in there, you're gonna see an imprint, very similar to like a ColourPop Super Shock formula almost. So I just put some of that pink, and then I'm gonna flip the brush over so I got the clean side, and then I'm gonna drag the white, going from white into the pink, and then dragging the pink over, flipping it back over onto the pink side, and that kind of helps me blend. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Moto, which is that plummy color, and stamp that over here. And again, flip the brush over. Take a little bit more of Muffin, which is the white. Okay. And then, yeah, Yeah, and so I'll take a brush because like I said, there's just a little bit on my, but it doesn't leave anything, so that's fine. Okay. So then on the inner corner, I'm going to take a little bit, because we put muffin down, I'm going to take a little bit more of the highlight. Just because I like these, like for highlight, but I also like them for like inner corner. I have 3 of them. I'm missing 2. I don't have all of the Kaleidos highlights, but I do really like them. So then on the lower lash line, we're just going to take a little chubby brush. And this is not a complicated look by any means. So we're going to take Moto, which is the plum. Okay. Start it out more towards the outer corner. And I'm not adding any more to the brush, and I'm just dragging it all the way over. And then I'm just going below to blend it out. And then we're going to take MMMitchell, which is again the metallic, and the metallic is going to go in the front on top of Moto about halfway. And then we're going to take a little bit of Morning Glory, and we're going to go underneath. Just to kind of blend it out. Same brush, I'm just color switching. I'm gonna take a little bit of black just on the outer part. Clean the brush off, and then I'm gonna go back in again with a little bit of Morning Glory, and we're gonna blend that out. And when I drag the black, I drag it backwards. This I ran a little bit. My eyes have been running, so I'm gonna put just a smidge more on that side. And that's not because I didn't make that side too dark. I did initially, but yeah, my eyes have been running real bad today, so the color didn't stay. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Milkshake, which is that baby bubblegum pink, just underneath to kind of help bring the top and the bottom. For waterline, we're going to go in with ColourPop. What is this? This is the white one in Exit. I don't have a pink. I think I would have went in maybe with a pink liner. I have a couple in my Ulta cart. I swear my cart totals almost like $100, and it's like a couple of brushes, some eyeliners, and they're not even the expensive ones. So I haven't bought it yet because I'm trying to like cut down on the amount of makeup. For liner, I'm just using the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof. I'll do it on camera on this side. I have had some people tell me that it is helpful that I do the liner on camera. I think I mention this every time I do a video, so it is a time saver to not do it, but I have had people like still telling me that it's helpful to watch because they struggle. And mine, again, I think I say this in every video, mine do not look exactly the same. They probably appear to from far away. This liner's starting to run out. It's skipping. I'm finally at the end of the road with this. Let me grab another one. Let's see. Let's use Hank and Henry. This is the Blickety Black. Yeah, I think that one's finally about done. I've had that liner for a year. It was a matter of time. I like that one. I will eventually probably repurchase it, but I have a bunch I need to get through. Let's make sure. Yeah, you want to make them look related. They don't mind. Again, I think I'm going to toss that. I think that's about done. Okay. And then I took, and you don't need to put glitter. This is plenty sparkly. I put a little bit of distortion from Urban Decay, their heavy metal, just because this is one of my favorite glitters. I got confused and accidentally bought like 2 of them on Poshmark, so I'm like, I'm gonna use these because I got them. Use them before they dry up, and I like glitter, so just on where I put the white, just a little bit. It's not necessary. Curl this lash again. Okay. Then I'll have to curl this one after I put the mascara on. But this is a pretty simple eye look. Just gonna use the Lights Camera Lash. I didn't curl this side very much just because I'm gonna have to go in and curl it again after the mascara dries. But, okay. I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna put on another coat. I'll recurl both lashes. I'll pick out a lip color, do something with my hair, and we'll be right back and I'll give you kind of my thoughts on this palette. Okay, so this is the finished look. Got my eyelashes to curl a little bit better, but I ended up going with a nude. This is Ofra's Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Nude Potion. And then I put a little bit of Too Faced's, this is one of their High Shine Sparkle Lip Glosses in Two Nightstand. I think you could do a bright. I'm probably going to take this lip color off when I eat lunch, so I think you could do a bright and a bright, but wear whatever lip color you want. So let's talk about the palette. So I like that it's not long or wide. I was debating between getting this and the Stacey Marie like Carnival Pro palette, but that thing is like huge. It's like big. So I like that this isn't long, but it is a little bit thick. So you get, you know, you got the warm side, and then you have this mirror, which I think is like magnetic, so that you could theoretically like stand it up, but then you got the cool side, and the mirror does come out. Like I could do without the mirror and have this be slimmer, but if you take it out, then you got a gap in there. So there's that. But here's the palette. So you got a warm side, a cool side. I like it. Pigmentation was good. I didn't have any issues blending it. You saw that I used like Muffin without a base underneath, and it looks pretty opaque. I don't know. So far, I really like this. Like I said, I was torn between the Stacey Marie Carnival and this one. I ended up getting this one just because of the size and just the really like pretty looks. It is going to get messy because I've only used this once, and that white is now all over. So I foresee, like, if you use these 3 white shades, it's going to be a little messy. You're going to have to clean it, but so far I like it, and I'm really happy with the look that I came up with. Let me know, because I would really love to do like a sunset look, maybe some blue, a blue and a green look, a purple look. So let me know if you want to see more looks with this palette, or a 3-look one palette. I could maybe try and film that, because I feel like there's a lot that you can do with this. I really like that you've got like deep shades and then a light shade to blend out. Like you can really tell that there was some thought put into this, because again, you've got some of these mustard colors and then a lighter shade, some darker browns, a black, a lighter shade, dark green, light green, same thing, light blue, dark blue. So there is like thought put into it, and the shimmers correspond well. Like what I did, I got a light and a dark shimmer. So I don't know. I like it so far. Beauty Bay is a UK brand, so it does cost a little bit to ship, and it did take me a little bit to get this because of everything going on. It took me like a month, but if you're patient and you are interested in this, I would recommend it. I like it so far. So yeah, that is my final thought. Let me know what you thought of the finished look, and let me know if you would like me to do some more looks with this palette, because so far I really like it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed before you leave, and hopefully I will see you in another video very soon. Bye everyone.